Hi, everybody, and welcome to Don't Touch My Grapes, our official Falcon Crest recap after show.
Don't touch my grapes. That's the
Yeah,
first time I've heard you say it.
because it's the first time we've officially
I
coined it.
know. I haven't ever heard you say it, so it's funny. Okay. Sorry.
I'm Tommy, and as always, I'm joined by Aaron.
Hello. You can touch my grapes. No, just kidding.
So today we're talking about episodes 4 and 5 of season 1. So roll the credits, and we'll get started.
All right, let's talk about some grapes.
Almost forgot to say the credits again. It's becoming a habit not running the credits.
Oh.
So, I really like these 2 episodes.
They were really. I was kind of nervous going into it because I remember the first 3, while good, was kind of like it gave me season 1 Dynasty vibes. But then 4 and 5, I was like, "Ooh, okay, I'm here."
So episode 4 is called The Harvest. And Lance is spending way too much money for Angela's liking. Angie. I like to call her Angie.
Angie.
So she suspends his bank account and all his privileges at Falcon Crest. And so Lance, in an attempt to prove himself, blows up Chase's pump house. I don't know what a pump house does.
I don't either. And it took me a minute to go. I'm like, why did he blow it up? Like, what's he doing? Causing more damage. Causing more
damage to property that Angela won. So again, don't touch my grapes.
So I was very confused on why he did that.
Yeah.
So but obviously, it seems like Angela, it's been done multiple times before.
Yeah, they said that was like a normal thing that would happen.
I know, like the cop was just like, "Oh, this is normal." I'm like, setting a fire in California, I don't think that's normal.
It also seems expensive. Like, that's machinery.
I guess grapes are a lucrative business.
I guess so. So obviously, Angela is not pleased with him. Mm-mm. She says that it's reckless and she'll get control. I'm sorry, I zoned out. She'll get control of Chase's vineyard somehow her own way. And you know her, she's always got a plan.
Always. Angie with the plan.
So Chase and Maggie go to Angela's for a party. It's to taste a new wine that Julia has just created or fermented.
I'm actually very interested in knowing more about that process of creating a wine. Mm-hmm. I was like, ooh, how difficult is this? Can we create a brand of Queers and Soaps wine?
Oh.
Ooh. Sophisticated, right?
Well, can I get a coffee mug first?
We're always thinking big. It's the follow through that doesn't always happen.
So I had this thought, like Julia's like always like creating wine all day, every day, in I guess the lab, if you want to call it that. I'm like, no wonder why this bitch is always drunk. She's drinking wine all day.
How she even create the new ones? Because it's like, did I create some? I thought,
she's gotta taste it, make sure it tastes good. That's why she's not.
Oh, maybe it's that thing like when you go to wine tasting and you like you swish it,
and then and you're supposed to spit it out. She's not, but she's not spitting it out. You can tell.
Oh yeah, she looks like she might like her drinking.
Yeah. So Vicky is dating Mario, who is the son of one of the workers.
Mm-hmm.
But his dad works with Chase.
Yes.
She wants to take things slow because she's still kind of like traumatized from her last failed relationships with older men.
I wonder why they failed. I wonder. Yeah.
Lance continues to just be reckless, and he sees them together, and he makes a derogatory remark about her slumming it with a picker.
Even I went, no, you did not.
I had to rewind it. I was like, "What did he call him?"
I just knew he called him something and like it was offensive. So I was just automatically like, what? I didn't even know what, like, I was like, well, I guess, picker must be, picking the grapes. So
And it's basically what the whole family's doing
I
it.
was going to say the whole family's out there picking grapes.
Maggie, Chase, the kids—they're all doing it,
I mean, I was tired watching them.
right?
Like, ooh,
Uh,
Angela makes owning a vineyard sound fun and interesting.
because she's not doing any of the work; she has workers.
Exactly. I was gonna say, but the other family, I'm like, ooh, this look rough. Maybe
I
not.
mean, I'm sure she's going to like board meetings and like in
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco. That seems to be the closest city, San Francisco. Well, that's because this is the San Francisco Tuscany Valley. All right,
Mm-hmm.
that's why. um,
Makes
so
sense.
Lance sees the Vicky and Mario together at a bar, and he starts a fight, which lands Cole. I almost called him Chase. Cole and Vicky. There's too many C's in jail because they just rounded up everybody, and it sends Mario to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not 100% sure. This is just a little side tangent. You watched like the first couple of episodes of Santa Barbara, right?
Yes, I've seen a few.
Do you remember the character Santana?
She's the one that got pregnant, and her mom was like,
Do you remember her?
"No." Her mom.
Yeah.
Mm,
I feel like the actress that's playing Mario's mom is
is
the
her.
same actress that plays
Mm,
Santana's mom on Santa Barbara. I gotta look into that. They had
okay.
similar looks.
Keep me updated. Keep me posted.
Yeah, keep you posted. Next time you try to touch my grapes. um, Angela once again offers Chase money to buy his portion of Falcon Crest, and of course he turns her down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling that's going to be a weekly thing.
I think it's because this is the one person Angela can't buy. So she's
Mhm.
like, I'll give you this money for grapes. Let me have your grapes. I'll give you this money.
They're my grapes anyway.
Which technically, no, they're not, because since Jason died in a suspicious way, everything goes to Chase.
Mm.
I'm really interested to see how that comes back in play. I liked. Is this the episode where Lance sees his aunt, who's like Turner? Is it Turner? Still learning names.
Um, we'll get to that. I think it
Oh,
is. I have a note about it. Yeah, it is. Um, so Julia wants to deal with Lance because she's his mother, but Angela just says, "You're drunk. Go to bed. I'll deal with it." So this could be why Julia drinks.
I was gonna. Yeah, I have a feeling her childhood trauma relates to her mother.
Yes. Um, so Lance sneaks down to like a cottage property and finds
Mhm.
Emma hiding out there waiting for her former boyfriend Turner, who was the guy that was with her the night that Jason fell and died.
I want to know what happened to Turner. I really don't remember them saying anything.
Stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
um, Lance isn't buying the way that Jason died, so he's kind of questioning Emma, and she's sticking surprisingly to the story that Angela told her.
It's weird. One minute she's like, two deaths. And then it's like, she's sticking to, he drove off, he was drunk, drunk. There's something about, I love her performance. It is, there's something, I don't know, there's just something about her I like.
Yeah, I like her too. Um, she's always kind of offbeat, even when she kind of gets her sanity back at some point. But she's a fun character.
I can tell. She's the aunt I'd want to sit by because she'd probably tell me all the secrets.
So Angela's car breaks down, and Cole comes upon her and like helps her out. And my first thought was, since when does Angela drive? She has a driver.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I was like, this feels like a setup.
Okay, that went right over my head. She would have duped me.
Yeah, Chow Lee drives her everywhere.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
So she talks to Cole about college and like what he wants to do with his life,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like genuinely or sounding genuine and
I was
trying to get
gonna,
to know him.
was gonna say, did she really? Mm.
Like grapes aside, she's trying to get to know her nephew.
Which it's interesting that she would even. I never felt like Cole was like someone she was going to actually make her heir. I feel like it was
Mhm.
just to make Lance wake up.
Yeah, yeah,
Because if she doesn't want Chase to have anything, there's no way she wants Chase's son to get it.
and it's also to stick it to Chase
Mm-hmm.
to it's a
I
potential way to get him to want to sell Falcon Crest if he thinks he's going to lose his son over
I like how Angela works her schemes. They're so sophisticated and just
it. They're
great.
less messy. They're not like
Yeah,
Lance's.
yeah, they're not like Abby.
um, Lance asks Julia for money so he can get away, but she says that the banks are closed, so he'll have to wait. So she's going to give him money. She says that she would love for him to get away from his grandmother because she's a bad influence, and he thinks that's funny since she gave him away to his grandmother as a baby.
I know. I was like, damn. Way to way to hit your mama when she's down already.
I mean, Angela's probably like, "You're drunk. Go to bed. I'll raise the baby."
Mm.
She says she was pregnant before she was married to his father, and that was frowned upon. And Angela made her husband's life hell and drove him away. Julia tells Lance to hide out in the winery until she can find the money. So Angela's giving Cole a tour of Falcon Crest, and like I said, getting to know him, showing him how things operate, and they walk into where Lance is hiding, and he overhears their conversation where Angela pretty much implies that maybe he'll be the next heir of Falcon Crest, which Lance does not like.
Mm-mm.
Um, so now Cole is thinking about taking classes to learn about being working in the wine industry.
I did not know they had offered classes like that.
Neither did I.
I was like, ooh, interesting.
Maybe business classes?
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought it
know.
was actually how to make wine.
Maybe. I don't know. I have to
Hmm.
look into that also.
Get back to me.
um, the family doesn't trust Angela's intentions, obviously, because she's always got an ulterior motive.
Mm-hmm.
But Angela goes to see Mario's parents, and she basically says that she could set it up where he could get a scholarship to go to college. So, of course, in return, they drop the charges against Lance. So, again, a more sophisticated way to get what she wants.
And they didn't even bat an eye. They're like, we take that deal.
Right?
And smiled too. Like it was like they're like, oh, hallelujah, the gates of heaven has opened up. Money's, like we'll take it.
Do you think they probably didn't even realize that they were being duped? That she was just being genuine?
I wonder if they thought, oh, okay, yay, now we can drop this case and he gets to go to college.
I mean, obviously, that's why they were smiling.
I mean, because they trying to beat Angela would probably be harder than, yeah, more time and money than worth.
So, Angela continues to pursue Cole, and she buys him a new car.
Which was ugly.
I didn't
I'm
think it
like,
was ugly.
I was like, you can keep it. It's not
It
my
was just like a red.
style.
I don't know what kind of car it is. I don't know cars, but it was like a red sports car.
It was something like
What's the derogatory term for it? A pussy wagon?
I wouldn't know.
You've never heard that?
No, I've heard it because it wasn't in the Lady Gaga telephone video. Wasn't it called their little wagon?
Oh, maybe. That was so long ago. I can't remember.
Of course, look, I had to gay it up. Found a way to make it gay.
Chase wants Cole to return the car, and he refuses. So he goes to Angela's, and he spends the night. Um, Lance pays off the pickers to abandon Chase's vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
which is right before the harvest, so he's like screwed. But Cole meets Emma, or I think he's met her, but this is the first time he's had like one-on-one contact with her, and she's just kind of talking in riddles, and he doesn't understand what's going on because she's talking about Turner. I want to call him Tucker. He's like, hold on, let me go get Angela. And he overhears a conversation with Angela and Lance that Lance paid off the pickers. So he runs back to his father and he tells him what he heard. And the pickers come back to work.
Mm-hmm.
There was a reason they came back to work. What was it?
Didn't Chase say something? Well, Chase like threatened Angela. I could have swore.
Oh yeah.
They better be at work tomorrow. Duh, 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 duh.
She said, "Oh yeah." She said she'll have his answer in the morning. Don't push her; she won't be cornered. Is what she says to him.
When she's at fault, but she's like, I won't be cornered.
So it was a happy ending. The workers came back, and everybody jumped in and helped with the harvest. And
then
Lance watched from his horse.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he's inheriting Falcon Crest again.
Yep, looks like it.
It's a long roundabout way for him to get his inheritance back.
I enjoyed this episode though.
It was a lot of fun.
It was. It was very soapy. I feel like they could have probably stretched out Angela's grooming Chase to be her heir for a few episodes instead of just being like a one-off.
Well, this one like kind of centered on Lance and Julia, and then the next one also centers on them. And I think maybe I like the episodes where they're the kind of the focal point because there's so much we don't know. There's like so much history there that's kind of we're still learning.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so maybe that's why. So the next episode is called Tony Comes Home.
Hit so close to home.
It's so close to home.
Anytime there's daddy issues, I'm like, it's a little close to home.
I was gonna say, did it bring up your daddy issues?
My daddy would have had to been there. No.
Yeah, so Tony, it's called Tony Comes Home. Tony Cumson is Lance's father.
Which they mentioned him in episode 4, so
maybe that was foreshadowing.
I was wondering if it was kind of like planting the seeds, like he's coming.
Which is very interesting to see if it was from a show from that time, because a lot of shows, at least in the beginning, were very like closed, like one and done. Like if a person was a guest star and they weren't in the opening credits, you knew that you were never going to see them again.
Well, and shows back then weren't like they are now, where it's like, oh, let's put these little things here and there to kind of, which I enjoy. I think it's really fun.
Yeah. So Tony comes and during Julia's birthday party, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, I've seen him before. I was like, he must have been on Dallas or not.
He was on Melrose, wasn't he?
Possibly. But then it hit me. I'm like, he's the dad from A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes, he is.
But he's definitely been on another primetime show as a guest star.
what I'm trying to think of what his name. John Saxon.
Hmm.
And this one I cared more about, so I went and pulled it up. Um,
So at first, Julia wants
oh, he
nothing.
was on Dynasty. He was Rashad Ahmed.
I don't
He's
know what's.
the remember when Alexis goes to China, I think, and she
Oh
meets
yeah.
that was him.
Oh.
And then he was on Melrose Place as Henry Waxman for 4 episodes.
Hmm.
I don't remember his character.
Well, anyway, I recognize his face, and then I remembered A Nightmare on Elm Street. Um, so Julia's not really happy to see him at first. She's like, "It's been 12 years. You just left." But then they don't show the conversation, but they have a private conversation, and he somehow convinces her that he's here to stay and he wants to make amends.
That's the writer's way of going. We're not sure what he says to convince her, so we're just gonna like move to the next scene.
So he ends up staying at Angela's house temporarily until he can get
Mhm.
his own place, or Julia and him can get their own place. And Julia knows of some land that she might want to buy where she could work there, and so could he, and they could start their own winery. Um, Once again, Angela pushes Lance to do her bidding. She wants him to like hang out with them and spy and like report back. So he unwittingly or unwillingly goes on a camping trip basically with them, or a fishing trip.
It's outdoorsy.
And I think it's to actually look at the land.
Hmm.
So he reports that back to Angela, and they don't really outwardly say it, but it's suspected by them that Angela ends up purchasing the land because they don't get it because there was a higher bidder.
Yeah, no one gets those grapes. Pretty much anywhere you can plant grapes for wine, I'm thinking Angela wants it. No one else can touch it.
Hmm. Well, there will be another vineyard and another family,
Ooh,
the
okay.
Agretti, the Agrettis. Yeah,
Spoiler alert, Thomas.
it's not really
Spoiler
spoiler.
alert.
I'm not giving away any storyline plot
You
points.
tell me another family's coming. No, I'm just kidding. Is this the
um,
one Kristen and Fonzo's part of?
no, she doesn't come
Oh,
until season 8.
how am I supposed to know? I've only watched the first 5 episodes.
No, this is the one that the character of Melissa, who I love, is a part of.
Okay.
She's a troublemaker.
Ooh, I love a good
Um,
troublemaker.
so I lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry.
Where were we? Oh, so Angela bought the land,
Hmm.
and just to kind of drive them apart for good, I'm assuming she hired an actress to pretend that she's been living with Tony for 2 years and is pregnant with his child.
See, me, I was thinking, oh, okay, when she walks away and Tony follows, he's gonna be like, "What are you doing here?" Like
Oh,
I was thinking like there was gonna be another twist, and it was going to be like she was actually pregnant.
see, I believed him because he looked genuine when he was like, "Who are you?" Like, I don't
Oh,
know you.
I have trust issue with men. I'm like, mm-mm.
Usually, when they're guilty, you can kind of see like there's some kind of tell. But with him, he was just like, "I've never seen you before in my life." um, which puts doubt in Julia's mind. She like believes it at first, but then she talks with him and she doesn't believe it, and she knows how Angela operates. Um, and she decides, or he convinces her to leave because Falcon Crest is so toxic. So she agrees to. But right as they're about to walk out the door, she has a second thought, and she doesn't think that she's strong enough to. So he leaves without her.
And I was like, girl, I mean, I didn't want her to leave, but I was like, girl, just do it. Just do it. Show Angela who's boss.
right?
Which I mean, I guess she did. She showed Angela's boss.
um, Angela also on the side, there was another storyline, was kind of meddling with Chase again. She, she's very friendly with her ex-husband. She goes on dates with him, and
I
sometimes
know.
she's
I'm like, you would think Angela's part of my family the way she is with her exes.
um, so her ex-husband runs a newspaper. I
Hmm.
think the San Francisco Globe. Is that what they said?
Do something.
And he gets Maggie because Maggie has a journalism degree. She gets her an interview with him, which of course she gets because she asked him to do this favor for her. So now Maggie is traveling an hour and a half each way to go to San
Whew,
Francisco.
whew.
And I did not like Chase's reaction. I
Thank
didn't
you.
like how
Okay,
unsupportive he was.
me,
I was like, divorce him, divorce him.
me too. I was like, mm-mm. This woman has done everything you've wanted to do. She
Hmm.
gave up her whatever job in New York, her
Hmm.
house, living in New York
Hmm.
to come work on your vineyard, pretty much.
To pick grapes.
Yeah, to pick grapes. And then he's all mad. Oh, well, normally I'm the one that's not getting sick. Pretty well, he didn't say it like that, but you know what I'm saying. Like he was upset because she was tired.
Just his whole attitude
I
towards
know
her.
I
I
didn't
was
like.
just like so disgusted.
And then when she came back and was like, "Oh, I can work part time, but and I can still work for you." It's
Hmm.
like, he smiled. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Very 80s, in a sense.
And I will say, even going into season 3, I don't like Chase.
I'm not a huge Chase. I don't dislike him, I guess, but I don't.
I don't see
This
the
didn't help
chemistry
his
between them.
case.
I also don't see the chemistry between them. I don't buy that they're in love.
I don't either.
I like her though.
Just like I don't buy that Vicky's their child. No, I'm just kidding.
I do like Maggie though. I like her character.
Oh, I do like her character, but I like the actress too.
Hmm. Um. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Julia vows that she will be strong enough one day to leave, and that's how
Hmm.
that episode ends. We didn't see Emma, and I thought about her during the dinner scene before the actress showed up to say she was pregnant, because it
She was
was like
looking.
it was the Cumson family and Angela, and I'm like, oh, they got Emma locked up again.
Oh, I was thinking, oh, she's off looking for Turner. Like I just picture her walking through like
The
the
vineyards,
the
the wine,
where the grapes are. Just
the
walking
vineyard.
down the lines of the
Hmm.
Turner. Ooh, great. Turner grapes. In my mind, that's what she's doing. Just because I love her, and that'd make her even quirkier.
And then a worker comes, Emma's in the well again.
Oh,
So, how would you grade these episodes?
I'm giving 4 an 8
Okay.
and 5 a 7.7. I'm giving it a 7. Because I really
I would
enjoyed
agree that
4.
4 is an 8, and I would say 5 is a 6.5,
Okay.
maybe.
Maybe I graded on a curve. Um,
I
but I remember when
did like,
shows like that would always you'd have those very special episodes where the ex-husband or whatever would come and they're only there for one episode and then you never hear about them ever again.
yeah, and it's this whole dramatic thing, like we're gonna be together forever, like we're finally gonna be happy, and I'm like, you're not in the opening credits. It's not gonna happen. Not in
You're not even in the ending credits really. You're at the
not in
very last bit.
1981. At least now they have recurring characters. In 1981, no, you are one and done.
If you're lucky, you got 2.
Although he will come back at some point.
What,
This isn't
season
the
9?
last. No, because I haven't seen season 9.
Oh.
I've only seen 3.
Oh.
So at some point between now and season 3.
Okay.
But do you have anything else to say about these episodes?
No, I 4 brought me back into the world of Falcon Crest where I was like, okay, I want to see more.
Yeah, when you said it was good, I was like, I wonder what it's about. And then I watched episode 4 and I was like, oh, yeah, this was good.
Who would thought I'd be so into vineyards?
Yeah, I want to run one.
You know me, my job changes with the show.
Oh, I think it was in episode 5. Um, this is the first time I noticed it, but it happens a lot. Lance will just be walking around the house with the falcon on him on his arm.
He was just sitting there in Angela's office at one point, just like,
Yeah, and I was like, this had to be like a talent of Lorenzo Lamas's, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna write it into the show.
oh, you like falcons? Okay.
Oh, you know how to handle them? All right, we're gonna write that in.
So, but 2 good episodes, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for Don't Touch My Grapes. We hope you enjoyed this episode. And don't forget to follow us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.